Hey guys, I'm Barker Pez, and this is another deck profile. This is deck profile on Dark Worlds. Uh, I know I do a lot of deck profiles on Dark Worlds, but at the moment my Dark Worlds aren't exactly complete. But, you know, this is the build which I plan to make. The only thing I'm actually even missing is one Reckless Greed. But it still works, even without it, but either way. It's not the turbo format, as you will see. It's more of a control format, of that I like to control the game. I like different effects of popping, controlling my opponent's field, stuff like that. But either way, I'll go on with the deck profile. So obviously we got the staple free Grapher. He's a boss. Why wouldn't you run him? Then you've got the free Snow. You have to run these guys, otherwise your deck won't be as consistent as it should be. Then we got the free Brow. Now, Brow is just Pot of Greed with Gates of the Dark World, so it works out. And we also have two Beige. This is the Dark World lineup, and it works. Beige just gives us a lot of plays, it becomes Infinite Grapher, and we can go Shockmaster with Raven. But either way, we have the two Fabled Raven. I don't see a lot of people running Raven, but I like to run it just for that mirror match. Because when you go in a mirror match, people are gonna be having Graphers on the field, and this isn't a turbo format, so it's more of a fact if I have a Raven, I can just discard something, go into Dark Highlander or Fabled Vaculius, or even Leviathan, and they're both just as good. They're all as good as each other. And it's awesome because it gives me plays for Shockmaster, 2 Beige, booyah. We've also got the Fabled Catsif. This is just a tech that I put in, been testing it out. I like it at 1 because it just means I can just keep popping my opponent's face-up cards. So it's cool. We have the 1 Chaos Hunter. That with Chaos Hunter is so funny. I remember my opponent special summoned his Grapher after a normal summoned, and I just discarded the Catsif, special the Chaos Hunter Catsif effect. And a lot of people may say, oh yeah, but Chaos Hunter's effect is cost. Catsif doesn't care, it's just when it's discarded. It does not matter. And yeah, Chaos Hunter's effect is a cost, so you will not get any of your Dark World effects off it. But that does not matter, because half the time you either discard Grapher or Catsif, and you just, doesn't matter if you don't get the effect off Grapher. I mean, seriously. But moving on, we have 1 BLS. Now the BLS is just for that extra beat late game, and yes, he does become a dead draw with Drag Down, but you know, I'm not always going to draw into Drag Down. And then we have 2 Tour Guides. This just gives us our plays with Tempo, Levier, and Zemains. Moving on, we now have 3 Dark World Dealings. This card is awesome. Draw a card, discard a card. Just make your opponent think of what to discard. If they have an amazing hand, they may actually have to get rid of something good, or either way. Gates of the Dark World, a very staple field spell. If people don't run this, then you're stupid, just saying. Free Drag Down to the Grave. Awesome card, does become very dead with this lineup here, but it does not matter, because we can just make up for it for other things. Card Destruction, stupid card in this deck. I see a couple of people not running it, I don't know why. I remember opening 2 Brow, a Snow, a Grapher, and just something else. Just play that. So many pluses. But then we've got 2 MSTs, Heavy Storm, Foolish Barrel. A lot of people will question why I run this. It's just a free Grapher, and I'm not running Turbo, so I want to make sure I get the Grapher in the grave. I don't care if I don't get his effect. We've got the 1 Monster Reborn. Just one thing, for those who Monster Reborn your Graphers, if you have like a Snow or a Brow or Beige, anything in your grave which is Dark World apart from him, just special summon that and bring it back to your hand. Don't do the stupid thing and just bring back Grapher, because at least then you can use their effects again. And then finally we have Dark Hole. Everyone knows what Dark Hole does, so I don't need to explain it. Then we have 2 Reckless Greed. This is just for my push for game. I have a lot of drawing power in the deck. I don't need upstarts. I don't need a 3rd Reckless Greed. 2 does fine. I've tested the Turbo. I did not like the playstyle. This is a playstyle that I love. Then we have a Solemn Judgment and a Solemn Warning, just to negate the summons and Spell Trap. Then we have 2D Prism, and then we have Compulsory. So this is my pretty much balanced staple lineup for traps, because Compulse gets rid of cards that are on the field and that just gets summoned, and it gives the whole, you know, I have 4 of each pretty much. The side deck, pretty standard. I wouldn't even say it's a staple lineup for a side deck, it's just something I threw together just for the video, just so it looks pretty. But extra deck, we have 2 Shockmasters. Very good in this deck, and you can go into it fairly easy with Rabled Raven. We have a Mistoke, the Symphony Djinn. Then we have Temtempo, Levier, 2 of them anyway. We have 2 Fabled Leviathans. This guy is awesome because if you're going up against a mirror match, you're going to want the extra 300 points over the Grapha, because going Grapha against Grapha is just an annoyingly long game. Same with Dark Highlander. You know, let's say your opponent is using more of a Synchro variant of this. Get this out first turn? No. We're also running Fabled Valkyrius. His discard effect is a cost, so you won't get any of the effects off it. But you get to draw. I mean, I'd dump a Grapha just to draw, or a Fabled Raven, I'd do that. Then we got Utopia Ray with Utopia, 2 Peppler Operative, and a Zemains. So that is my Darkwood deck. It's a very staple, you know, in my opinion it's a staple format, and it's more of a control format because I don't like the turbo. I draw dead with the turbo somehow. But this is a deck profile that I feel comfortable with, and it's a deck that I created myself. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and please rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm Barcode Pairs. I'm really tired. I'm signing off. Goodbye!